Hi guys, back with Bastions. Unbelievable, but true. There's been a lot of talk on social media that the watch market is dead. And people have said this to me. And, I've argued that the watch market is not dead privately. I've even said it on this channel, that the watch market is not dead. And it comes back to something that I've always said, and I will reiterate again. Watches are not an investment. By all means, treat them as a capital asset. Treat them as something that it is a luxury purchase, that they should be treasured and they should be worn. But do not buy watches thinking that you are going to make money on them. What happened was there was a supply chain issue due to COVID. And the secondary market for the hot models went completely and utterly out of control. And brands only had a couple of hot models. Patek Philippe, for instance, only had two hot models, namely the Nautilus and the Aquanaut. Audemars Piguet only had two hot models, namely the Royal Oak and the Royal Oak Offshore. Even Omega, which was never ever in demand on the secondary market, had two hot models, namely the Snoopy and the Ed White. It essentially went out of control with one mainstream luxury watch brand, and that was Rolex. And that was due in large part to a supply chain issue of Rolex not being able to get models into the authorized dealerships. Now, since then, we've seen a huge correction in the secondary market, a massive correction. And, Rolex prices have substantially decreased within the last 2 years. And I still think they have further to fall. There are prices out there that are just way too expensive and they need to correct still further. That's my own opinion. But there has been no mistake. There has been a dramatic correction in the price of the secondary market. But with regard to the market being dead, I think this is a complete and utter myth. And I want to read something by the Robb Report. And it says here, Morgan Stanley published a report that shows that Rolex raked in 10.1 billion Swiss francs, which is 11.5 billion US dollars, for the first time in 2023. The $1 billion total represents an 11% gain from 2022. The article goes on to say how Cartier achieved 3.1 billion Swiss francs in sales. Omega achieved 2.6 billion Swiss francs in sales. Audemars Piguet achieved 2.4 billion Swiss francs in sales. And Patek Philippe achieved 2.1 billion Swiss francs in sales. And that shows that this luxury watch market is not dead. It is very, very much alive. I believe it will continue to grow. I don't think it is a shrinking market. And it's what I've said. There has been a correction in the secondary prices within the hot models. But if you were to go back, say, 2 years ago at the peak of the market and you wanted to buy a Breitling or a IWC or a Panerai or a Zenith, you could buy those brands on the secondary market cheaper than you could have bought them through an authorized dealer. So I think there was a little bit of a myth created around watches in general, and you could make money from watches. Yes, one brand went completely and utterly out of control, and that has now substantially corrected. And as I say, other models within certain other brands also went out of control, and they too have corrected. But with regard to the watch market being dead, I don't think so. Stay tuned.